Hello and a very good evening. This is Saturday evening while you all might be thinking of going out, stepping out for dinner, for a party and for some music and for revelry. Before you do that, I want to share with you the story of Sandeshkhali yet again. The story of Sandeshkhali has to be shared yet again because there is a new development. Yes, the word Sandeshkhali must be ringing a bell. Because in January, on 5th of January, when Enforcement Directorate officials went to the house of now suspended Trinamool Congress leader Sheikh Shah Jahan with the purpose to raid his house, at that point in time, the EDO officials had come down under the attack of irate villagers, mob, purportedly supporters of Sheikh Shah Jahan. And it was alleged that the entire attack on Enforcement Directorate officials, it was in a way orchestrated and it was done by Sheikh Shah Jahan to in a way thwart EDO officials from performing their duties. But then Sandeshkhali snowballed into a different chapter altogether. In the month of February, leading to the month of March, there had been series of protests on the soil of Sandeshkhali, where women could be seen at the forefront holding sticks and baton and also levelling very serious allegations against the ground Trinamool Congress leadership, including Sheikh Shah Jahan, Shibu Hajra and others. Allegations of illegal land acquisition, forcible land acquisition and also sexual harassment. Allegations of sexual harassment, allegations of women being inappropriately tortured, sexually harassed, molested, quote unquote raped. And that in a way had shocked the conscience of Bengal and outside Bengal across the country. As can really this happen to women here in Bengal? It soon became a political issue. BJP, CPM, Pradesh Congress, they have all in a way charged on Trinamool Congress, on Mamata Banerjee, and said this is a failure of law and order situation of the state, squarely blaming Trinamool Congress. Cut to today. We know the matter is with CBI. We know the matter is with the court now and the matter is sub judice. But today something different happened, again pertaining to Sandeshkhali. A sting operation which has now gone viral came to fore today, which is Saturday. A sting operation which has been done on a BJP leader from Sandeshkhali Block 2. A sting operation has in a way brought to fore a couple of questions. We will get to this sting operation little later. But in this sting operation, you get to see Gangadhar Koyal, who is Mondol President of BJP of Sandeshkhali Block 2. Now, in this sting operation, which is roughly about 30 minutes long, there are certain startling revelations. First thing first, News the Truth and NTT cannot independently verify the content of this sting operation. We cannot independently verify the veracity of the video. We cannot independently verify the person who has created this content and then published on YouTube. This sting operation has been released on a YouTube channel. And the name of the YouTube channel is Williams XY8YO. I repeat, Williams XY8YO. Now, this is the name of the user handle of the YouTube channel. Why did I specifically mention about the channel and the name of the channel? Because it's imperative to understand Tamal Saha hasn't done this. And why is it imperative for Tamal Saha to explain and give the disclaimer? Because today, interestingly, Suvendu Adhikari, the leader of opposition in the state of Bengal, a BJP leader, has made damning allegations over this sting operation, calling it nothing but a concocted sting operation which has been organized, managed and done by Abhishek Banerjee. Of course, he did not take Abhishek Banerjee's name, at least in that soundbite which he has given to the press people, attributed the sting operation to Koila Bhaipo, and a term which often used by BJP leaders and especially Suvendu Adhikari, alluding Abhishek Banerjee, suggesting that Abhishek Banerjee's name is there in the coal scam investigation and of course the cattle smuggling case. So alluding to that, Suvendu Adhikari has always been heard or often been heard referring to Abhishek Banerjee as Koila Bhaipo. And Bhaipo is the literal translation of nephew to Bengali. Abhishek Banerjee is the nephew of Mamata Banerjee. So Suvendu Adhikari today has said that the sting operation has been done by Abhishek Banerjee, Koila Bhaipo, and by IPAC, the political strategies organization associated with Trinamool Congress. And he has also taken a third name. And according to Suvendu Adhikari, the other person who has assisted them is Tamal. He also said Tamal, who previously used to work with an electronic media and now running a portal, he has done this. Thus, I give this disclaimer and a clarification. News the Truth, NTT, Tamal, and nobody from my team had been part of any sting operation on Sandeshkhali. We have definitely not done any sting operation on Sandeshkhali, and the sting operation on Sandeshkhali which has come to fore, News the Truth entity is no way connected with that. Why Suvendu Adhikari said what he said, but then please hear this out. We pursue our journalism in a certain way, and if we had done this story, we would have published it on our YouTube channel, which is NTT by Tamal Saha. Please understand, as independent, we are surviving on the revenue yet to earn from YouTube channels. So if this was our handiwork or our work, quite using our jurisprudence, we would definitely publish it on our YouTube channel so that even if there is 1 rupee revenue, it would come to us and not to some XYZ. Here's what Suvendu Adhikari said first.
আমি বলে দিচ্ছি, আমি এক্স হ্যান্ডেলেও গঙ্গাধর কয়লা দিয়েছি। ইটস এ ম্যানুফ্যাকচার বাই দি কয়লা ভাইপো। কয়লা ভাইপো আইপ্যাকের প্রতীক জৈন এবং তমাল বলে একজন পোর্টাল চালায়, আগে একটা ইলেকট্রনিক্স চ্যানেলে ছিল। এরা মিলে এটা করেছে, খাবে না। গঙ্গাধর কয়াল ইতিমধ্যে সিবিআই ডাইরেক্টরকে লিখিত কমপ্লেন করে দিয়েছেন মেলে, এবং তিনি সিবিআই অফিসে যাচ্ছেন। তিনি কলকাতা পৌঁছে গেছেন, সিবিআই অফিসে যাচ্ছেন ভাইপোর বিরুদ্ধে অভিযোগ করার জন্য। পুরো বিষয়টা নিয়ে আমরা অনেক দূর যাব।
So you heard Suvendu Adhikari. Suvendu Adhikari has clearly taken the name Tamal. Now, because he hasn't really said Tamal Saha, so maybe that's a saving grace, but he said Tamal and said electronic media where Tamal used to work before, and he is running a portal. So by far there are too many coincidences which point towards me, and thus I'm giving this clarification. It doesn't affect me at all. Previously people have called me Shourabh Chaudhary and literally called me a murderer, somebody who has killed the Jadavpur University first year student, and fake videos and fake pictures have been circulated. It didn't matter to me then, it doesn't matter to me now. I would simply request Mr. Suvendu Adhikari that please verify your facts. Somebody possibly has given you a wrong information, you have been wrongly fed, and maybe you should correct yourself and not refer to Tamal anymore. As far as the political fight between Trinamool Congress and BJP is concerned, let that be. It's between two political parties. We would only be reporting on what transpires. Now, before we get into this sting operation, which is there in public domain now, it's there on social media, it is there on YouTube channel of that handle, and it is there all over. Before we get there, first thing first, the defense of Gangadhar Koyal. Gangadhar Koyal, as I said, he is the block president or Mondol president of BJP of Sandeshkhali Block 2, and this is what he has said after this sting operation came out. And why did he give it a clarification? Because it is he who could be majorly seen in the 32-minute long sting operation. So basically, Gangadhar Koyal is the block president, and he is the block president of BJP. We would run his defense, and it is by principle, and of course, following the right journalism, we want to give out the defense of Gangadhar Koyal first before we get to the sting operation, which is now there in public domain. And in that sting operation, there are a couple of damning revelations. Now, if the sting operation is true, then Gangadhar Koyal has to explain as why he said what he said, because he has said the entire operation and the entire this entire fiasco, if I can call it, was stage managed. It was manufactured, that nobody was raped, and that it was orchestrated. Here's what Gangadhar Koyal said in his defense after the sting operation had come to public domain.
আমি গঙ্গাধর কয়াল সন্দেশখালী 2 নম্বর মণ্ডলের মণ্ডল প্রেসিডেন্ট। আমার বিরুদ্ধে যে ভিডিওটি ভাইরাল হয়েছে এটা পুরোপুরি চক্রান্ত এবং ষড়যন্ত্র। আমার গলাকে বিকৃত করে হাই টেকনোলজির মাধ্যমে আমার গলাকে বিকৃত করা হয়েছে। আমাকে এবং আমার দলকে এবং সন্দেশখালী মায়েরা যারা আন্দোলন করেছে তাদেরকে কালিমালিপ্ত করার জন্য এবং আমার বিরোধী দল নেতা শুভেন্দু অধিকারীকে কালিমালিপ্ত করার জন্য এটা তাদের চক্রান্ত। আমি সিবিআই ইনকোয়ারি দাবি করব। আমি সিবিআইয়ের কাছে যাব এবং আইপ্যাকের বিরুদ্ধে এবং অভিষেক ব্যানার্জির বিরুদ্ধে আমি পূর্ণ তদন্ত দাবি জানাবো, তারা যাতে শাস্তি পায়।
So you heard Gangadhar Koyal. Gangadhar Koyal cannot come back to us, or BJP cannot come back to us complaining that we haven't shown their side of the story. We are showing their side of the story, most importantly because if there are allegations now leveled by Trinamool, the response of the other side is equally important. A culture that we don't get to see in mainstream media anymore. When Sandeshkhali happened, the entire narrative which we have witnessed was mostly what BJP had been saying and alleging, and the other side found very little mention or presence in the story. So they can't come back to us for following bad principles of journalism. We are following the right principle of journalism. That's why you have shown what Suvendu Adhikari said, calling it a manufactured sting operation. We have shown what Gangadhar Koyal has said. Now let's first understand why Gangadhar Koyal had to give out a defense. Here's the excerpt of this sting operation, which once again I say, Tamal hasn't done it, NTT hasn't done it, and News the Truth NTT cannot independently verify the veracity of the video, the content of the video. But the video is now there in public domain, and you are only highlighting what has now gone viral. Gangadhar Koyal in that sting operation can be heard purportedly endorsing the idea that there were not a single woman who was raped. Nobody was raped, but it was framed as such. He also goes on to say that Suvendu Adhikari was instrumental behind it, that Suvendu Adhikari has given all the support, that Suvendu Adhikari has given money and the phones, and that Suvendu Adhikari and BJP have definitely assisted them. That's what Gangadhar said. And he also goes on to say that money has been given to all the women who had leveled allegations, and money had also been given to complainants, money amounting to 2,000 rupees. Here's what Gangadhar Koyal purportedly could be heard stating in that sting operation, which we cannot independently verify at this juncture.
তার লোকদের দিয়ে টাকা পাঠানো, মোবাইল পাঠানো, সব সাপোর্টগুলো দিচ্ছে বলে শুনুন দাদা, খালি ইসে কিচ্ছু
খালি এতে হবে না। রেপ হয় নাই, তাকে রেপে কনভার্ট করিয়ে দিয়েছে।
চিন্তা করো, ধরো আজকে তোমার বাড়ির মিসেসকে, আমার বাড়ির মিসেসকে করাতে পারতাম, আমরা বড় হয়ে করাতে পারবো না। দাদা সেখানে বাইরের লোক হয়ে তাদেরকে দিয়ে এটা করিয়েছে, মানে টিএমসির লোক,
টিএমসির লোক তাদের করিয়েছেন। হ্যাঁ,
ওই তো যে কমপ্লেন গুলো এইভাবে করো আর আপনি সেটা করেই দেন,
ঠিক আছে, ওরা যেটা বলতো আমি করিয়ে দিতাম।
না আপনি মেয়েদেরকে একটা মেয়ে যখন লিখতো যে আমাকে রেপ করেছে, মানে যেটা হয়নি তাও সেটা লিখছে, তা সেই ক্ষেত্রে তো ওরা তো প্রথমে তো না বলতো তো আপনাকে।
না বলেনি, ওরা যেটা বলেছি সেটা শুনেছি।
আচ্ছা,
মোটামুটি যে আপনাদের এই আন্দোলনকে ধরে রাখতে গেলে ওদেরকে গ্রেফতার না করা পর্যন্ত কিন্তু আপনাদের এই আন্দোলন সাকসেস হবে না,
মানে শিবু শাহজাহান
পরবর্তী দিনে এদের গ্রেফতার না করলে এখানে আপনাদের টিকতে দেবে না, বুলেটের আঘাতে আপনাদের শেষ করে দেবে। আর তাই করে দিত। আমি বললাম যে ওকে জবানবন্দির জন্য নিয়ে যাওয়া
সবার প্রথম জবানবন্দি কি
একদম
রেখাই, অভিযোগ সব প্রথম রেখাই করেছে, আর তারপর ওকে দেখে দেখে বাকি মহিলারা সাহস পেয়েছে।
করেছে।
ও কার কার নাম দিয়েছিল কি আর আপনার মেডিকেল হবে আর মেডিকেল, ঠিক আছে, কারণ কারণ লিখছে তো 7-8 মাস আগে ঘটনা, এক বছর আগে
কোন মেডিকেলে কিন্তু কিছু মেডিকেল করার জায়গা নেই, যেটা জাজ বুঝেছেন, শুধু বয়ানটাই বললেই ঠিক আছে। আর আমরা তো জানতাম, আমরা তো বলে দিই 7-8 মাস করবে, ঠিক আছে,
তার আগে কাছাকাছি ডেট বলিস না,
তাহলে কিন্তু মেডিকেল হলে প্রবলেম হবে।
তো ব্রেনে খাটিয়ে এগুলো করতে হয়েছে।
You saw Gangadhar Koyal in a very comfortable way, at least purportedly could be seen in the sting operation video, making certain claims and stating, ranging from money had given to the complainant, number 2, the rape allegation that had been leveled was meticulously planned in such a way that they say they have been raped about 40-45 days back, because that way they can bypass the medical examination. Point number 3, that Suvendu Adhikari, the BJP leader of opposition, had been instrumental behind it. Point number 4, that he had been he had helped all the women file the complaint. And point number 5, he also goes on to say that Suvendu Adhikari's PA has visited them multiple times, that Suvendu Adhikari had managed to do this. He also goes on to say that I can't ask my wife to say this, we can't ask our wives to do this, but then Suvendu Adhikari, or rather he says Dada could do it from outside. And here Dada alludes Suvendu Adhikari because he has already taken Suvendu Adhikari's name multiple times in this purported sting operation, which has been released by Williams XY8YO. That's the name of the handle. Now, while Gangadhar Koyal has issued a clarification, which I've already shown, stating that this is not him, or he hasn't said that, and that it is a manufactured video, he has been trapped and framed. That same Gangadhar Koyal in the morning had given out a phono interview to a news channel, Z24 Ghanta, a regional channel from Kolkata, from Bengal, where he has given a statement while interacting with the correspondent Piali Mitro. And in that conversation, he admits that it's he who is there on that video, and he also admits that it is his voice. Please hear out this excerpt of that interaction between Z24 Ghanta correspondent and Gangadhar Koyal.
সেই প্রসঙ্গ এসছে, আপনি নিজেই ওই কথার সঙ্গে বলছেন যে খালি হাতে হবে না, কতগুলো আর্মস লাগবে, তার প্রসঙ্গে আপনি বলছেন 30টা মতন লাগবে আর্মস, এবং ওনারা প্রশ্ন করছেন
যারা এটা কি আমি বলেছি আমাদের সন্দেশখালীতে এরকম কোনো আমাদের বিজেপির অন্তত বিশ্বাস করে না হাতের বিষয়ে, তারা এটাকে স্টিং করাতে এসেছিল, তারাই বলেছে আপনার আর্মস কত লাগবে না লাগবে, তারা বিষয়টা তুলেছিল। আমি আর্মসের কথা তাদের মুখ দিয়েই শুনেছি, আমার মুখ দিয়ে আমি যেটা বলি আর্মসের কোনো প্রয়োজন।
আপনি বলছেন খালি হাতে তো হবে না, আপনি বলছেন খালি হাতে হবে না।
গদাধর কয়াল বলছে শুভেন্দুর কণ্ঠস্বর কোথায় ওখানে?
আমি গঙ্গাধর কয়াল, সন্দেশখালী 2 মন্ডলের মন্ডল প্রেসিডেন্ট। আমার বিরুদ্ধে যে ভিডিওটি ভাইরাল হয়েছে এটা
that phono conversation with the Z24 Ghanta correspondent Piali Mitro had claimed that it is he who is there on the video and it is his voice. Interestingly, Gangadhar Koyal has also sent a complaint to the CBI. We'll try and go to that visual. Gangadhar Koyal has now given a written complaint to the CBI. Suvendu Adhikari had already said that they would be sending a complaint. He would be sending a complaint, and this is the complaint letter. that Gangadhar Koyal has given to CBI. I would just read out a small excerpt. He stated there are reasons to believe that the said video is nothing but a product of conspiracy hatched by Abhishek Banerjee in association with IPAC using the voice modulation of artificial intelligence in order to safeguard the actual culprits of Sandeshkhali incidents by shifting the blame and burden to the person who stood by the victims of the Sandeshkhali incident and also to disturb the ongoing investigation conducted by the CBI. The following are the reasons which give rise to suspicion regarding the genuineness of the video. The entire video footage is morphed and edited as the video and the audio are not in sync. The face of the speaker cannot be seen properly and has been edited in such a way so that the face remains in the dark. From the said video clip, leap movement of the speaker cannot be understood. Audio quality is not clear to suffice that subtitles has been used and same has been couched in such a way that can disturb the ongoing investigation. There are the reasoning which had been given. Interestingly, at least Gangadhar Koyal, who is the main subject in this entire controversy, who could be seen in that purported sting operation, he has not taken Tamal's name. He has not taken name of Tamal. So we clearly don't understand who fed Suvendu Adhikari the name of Tamal. I again say, I have not taken it personally. But then at the same time, it is a matter of bewilderment that somebody would just take somebody's name like Tamal and give reasons of coincidence to believe that it could be me while I have not done this sting operation. So again, we request Suvendu Adhikari should correct himself and he should not drop my name or name of Tamal unless he has a proof that I have done it and the sting operation has been done by me. Now, here, Gangadhar Koyal has referred to a victim, that the victims, victims' rights they are fighting for. In this purported sting operation, there is also another complainant. The complainant here has given out a statement, and in that statement, she can be heard suggesting that she has only signed on the complaint letter, and that's it.
তার সম্ভ্রম, তার ইজ্জত সবচেয়ে বড় জিনিস। আজকে আপনি দাদার কাছে আমরা শুনেছি আপনি ফলস কেস ওদের নামে দিয়েছেন, কতটা রিস্ক নিয়েছেন? সারা জীবনের রিস্ক নিয়েছেন আপনি।
ও তখন মাঝে এসে গেছে, এসে বলছে ও ঠিক মতো কথা বুঝিয়ে বলতে পারে না আপনাদেরকে, ও ওইরকমই বলছে, এসে বলছে। তারপর আমি বললাম যে এরকম গ্রামে ওকে মেরেছিল বলতে, যার জন্য ও বলছে এই কেসটা না বুঝে সই করেছে।
আপনাকে ওটা সই করেছিল বুথ সভাপতি অশোক কি
বিজেপির।
So Joy Rani Sinha is another character who could be seen in this purported sting operation, and there she is suggesting that she has simply signed on the complaint and that's it. In a way alluding that she herself possibly didn't lodge the complaint of sexual harassment or molestation. If the sting operation is true and if the video is genuine, then this could raise a lot of questions over the entire Sandeshkhali issue, and the matter has come to fore because the matter has also become political, and thus in this run up to Lok Sabha election, or rather I would say in middle of Lok Sabha elections now, Sandeshkhali is one of the major talking point, and it is a talking point because BJP has gone hammer and tong on this very issue, trying to suggest that Sandeshkhali as a matter should shame everyone, should shame the land of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, should shame every woman of this country, and also it is being indicated that women have been violated in a state which is governed by a woman chief minister. Prime Minister leading the charge, Prime Minister Narendra Modi leading the election campaign for Lok Sabha 2024 had said this not once but multiple times.
पूछना चाहता हूं टीएमसी सरकार से
यहां संदेश खाली में हमारी बहनों के साथ, हमारी दलित बहनों के साथ इतना बड़ा अपराध हुआ, पूरा देश कार्रवाई की मांग करता रहा। टीएमसी उसके गुनहगार को बचाती रही। क्या सिर्फ इसलिए क्योंकि उस गुनहगार का नाम शाहजहां शेख था? भाइयों बहनों, कल जब मैं एयरपोर्ट पर उतरा तो एयरपोर्ट पे अपने कुछ कार्यकर्ता मुझे आए थे, मिलना हुआ, उनसे बातें हो रही, तो उन्होंने मुझे एक गाना सुनाया, एक गीत दिया। संदेश खाली की बेटियों ने, वो कोई संगीतकार लोग नहीं है, वो कवि लोग नहीं है, वहां पर मजदूरी करने वाली बहनें, ऐसी बहनें टेबल थपथपाकर संदेश खाली की मुसीबतों का एक गीत गा रही थी। वो गीत मैंने सुना, बंगाली में गीत है, लेकिन मैं अपने आंसू रोक नहीं पाया। मैं तो हर बंगाली को कहूंगा को संदेश खाली की उस बहनों का गीत जरूर सुने। इतना भाव विभोर करने वाला वो गीत है, यानी जो बंगाली नहीं है वो भी समझ जाएगा। और मैं उन 3-4 बेटियां जो गा रही है ना, उनको मैं बहुत बधाई देता हूं कि उन्होंने किस प्रकार से अपनी बात को पहुंचाया है।
Narendra Modi speaking at a public meeting yesterday, and previously multiple times he has ensured that Sandeshkhali as a matter remains at the heart of a political discourse over which elections can happen and decisions can be taken by voters. Today, after this sting operation came to fore, even though Trinamool Congress had been denying all these charges all this while, even though Trinamool Congress has suspended Sheikh Shah Jahan, even though Trinamool Congress has claimed that BJP had been trying to malign the reputation of Bengal, today, after this sting operation, they found a lot of oxygen in their allegations and in their standpoint. Abhishek Banerjee, Trinamool Congress National General Secretary, held a press conference and said this is why Trinamool Congress calls BJP anti-Bengal, anti-Bengali. He also went on to say that BJP has taken Bengal and Bengalis for granted, treating them like second-class citizen, and in front of 140 crore people of India, 10 crore people of Bengal had been shamed, 10 crore people had been maligned, and that it was nothing but a manufactured narrative over Sandeshkhali, an incident which was also manufactured by BJP. Abhishek Banerjee has lashed out at BJP and now seeking explanation as how Prime Minister Narendra Modi, being the Prime Minister, can lead the charge on behalf of BJP as a political party and spread a narrative which, according to Trinamool Congress now, stands busted. Here's my little interaction with Abhishek Banerjee, Trinamool Congress National General Secretary, who has also in a way reached out to the people to understand how Bengal has been defamed.
Sir, first of all, sir, during Narda operation, after it had come out, you all had raised questions about the credibility of this sting operation. And it's a fair question then, it's a fair question now. The sting operation from Sandeshkhali which has come out, firstly, I have not done it. I don't know why Suvendu Adhikari has dropped my name, and just to clarify, I have not done it. I know my
She might be obsessed with you. You never know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so, the credibility on this sting operation, if the questions are being raised, you are clinging on this video, but how would you prove this video is actually a genuine video?
See, Tamal, the onus is not on me. First of all, you have to understand there are 3 characters in the video. And the person who has been seen in the video for 80% of the time, he has accepted, acknowledged himself that it's my voice, it's me. So that's a testament to the fact. I don't need to go to the court to find out the veracity and whether the video is true or not, whether it's fake, whether it's actual. The onus lies on the one who has created it and brought it to public domain. But the person against whom the allegations have been raised, if he is acknowledging and accepting the fact that it's my voice and it's me who is appearing in the video, that goes without saying. It's a testament to the fact that it's not fake and it's real.
I have a second question. Very recently, I was traveling and I came across somebody who is from Nasik, and she asked me about Sandeshkhali. And just not that, when Prajwal Ravanna's case came out, the narrative on social media was that it was Karnataka Sandeshkhali. The fact is, Sandeshkhali has almost become like a benchmark. Now that the video has come out and you are finding it to be genuine, you are calling it to be genuine, in that case, how will you go back to people and do this correction of the narrative?
I cannot do it. The onus lies on each one of us sitting in this room to bring this before the people, that how a conspiracy was hatched. This was totally orchestrated. This was concocted. This was fabricated. And BJP has been using a section in the media to promulgate and promote the narrative that they want to set. That's on, like I said before, that's Sandeshkhali horror coming out of Bengal. महिलाओं का शोषण हो रहा है. तो अब जब public domain में ये चीजें आ गई है, and it's available for everyone to see how the conspiracy was hatched, arms were supplied, money was given for liquor, and weapons were planted. Later, the same weapons were recovered by the CBI. So how a larger conspiracy was hatched? The onus is on each one of us, including me, you, and everyone behind the cameras as well, to bring this fact before the people, to understand, to realize, to acknowledge that how Bengal was defamed for BJP's own political gains and vested interest. So I can't do it alone. We all have to work as a team. And I'm not asking you just as a general secretary or a member from Trinamool. As a Bengali, forget about the logo that I have at the back. I'm a Bengali, you're a Bengali. I am a resident of the state, so are you. The way our state has been defamed, and you're seeing that ladies were given 2,000 rupees. They don't even know what they're signing, how they were misguided, how they were forced to or coerced to sign into a paper just because BJP top brass or the BJP leaders sitting in Lutyens, Delhi wanted them to hatch this conspiracy against Bengal and Trinamool. This is lethal. This is obnoxious. So we all need to do our bit in bringing this before the people.
Finally,
And I'm sure you will do your bit.
Thank you. Finally, now that the Prime Minister, Home Minister, I'm sure their election campaign would continue in Bengal. Next time when they come, do you think they should owe an explanation to Bengal, owe an apology?
They do. And I'm saying there's no harm in apologizing. If there has been anything which is not in my knowledge, and I'm not...
So you heard Abhishek Banerjee, not mincing words, against BJP, demanded apology from the Prime Minister, from the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, at the same time said that Bengal and people of Bengal should rise up and start thinking about their own reputation, as how much the reputation has been hampered. It is a fact. It is a fact. And I did ask this question to Abhishek Banerjee as well. There is no denying of the fact that after Sandeshkhali and the way it came out, things transpired. Lot has changed. When I travel outside, people realizing that I've come from Bengal, from Kolkata, I have come across multiple opportunities, multiple occasions where people have asked me, did the Sandeshkhali thing actually happen? Is it true? Well, I reserve my comments and statements. But then it also in a way highlights how Sandeshkhali has almost settled in the mind space of people. But how it happened, it is a matter of curiosity for everyone. Is it because it was played so much by the so-called mainstream media? Or is it because BJP had actually spoken about it a little too much on the issue? or people really found the issue shocking and that's why they could relate to it. Whatever be the reason, Sandeshkhali has certainly settled in the mind space of people. And thus, today, when this sting operation has come out, it has equally shaken the conscience of the same people. What they have believed and what they are now seeing. If this is true, then what is this? And if this is true, how and why they believed something which was wrong? Who made them do it? It's a question, and at this point in time, it's kind of a wrestle between ideas, because Trinamool Congress and BJP both have not budged from the position. BJP maintains that this sting operation is a handiwork of Trinamool Congress, Abhishek Banerjee. On the other hand, Trinamool Congress maintains that this sting operation, not done by them, only endorses and validates their position that they have maintained all this while, that this is nothing but BJP's way of trying to malign Bengal. We leave it to you as what you want to believe, what you want to see, what you want to hear, and what you want to accept. It is sad, and especially the kind of comments which have come today, I can't really read them. It is almost like a personal attack and a lot of other stuff going on. It is sad that we are now living in a very polarized world. No denying about it. It's always either my way or highway. But which way people would choose to believe exactly what, only time would say. Trinamool Congress says Sandeshkhali will not have a bearing on elections. BJP is certain Sandeshkhali issue will have a bearing on elections, denting the political fortunes of Trinamool Congress. And in between everything, there is this new sting operation which has come to fore. And I repeat, Tamal, Saha, Team Entity, News the Truth, we haven't done this. You believe it if you want to, don't believe it, don't if you don't want to. But the fact is as true as it can be, and truth is the fact. Know it, accept it, move on. We leave you with one statement of Rekha Patro, BJP candidate from Boshidhat. She had been a complainant, or she is a complainant. Why should I say in past tense? She's a complainant, and she, not in line with what Suvendu Adhikari said and Gangadhar Koel had said. She has claimed that maybe Gangadhar Koel had been coerced by Trinamool Congress to say this. One allegation by Suvendu Adhikari, one explanation by Gangadhar Koel, or should I say two explanations from Gangadhar Koel, and then there is another claim which has come from Rekha Patro, BJP's candidate, Lok Sabha candidate from Boshidhat Lok Sabha constituency, a complainant in the Sandeshkhali matter. The discrepancy lies on this very line. Here Rekha Patro, as I say goodbye and good night. Thank you for watching, and before I leave, it's an earnest request, do like, share and subscribe. Please do support us. I've been traveling extensively, my team has been traveling extensively. We are working with very limited resources, yet we are trying to bring out stories which are relevant and should be relevant in this election season. There are two stories which I have done from Bihar. There are other stories, campaign trails which we have done. Please go through them and do give us your feedback. Even if your hate messages, let them come in. We take everything in the right spirit, never take them personally. On behalf of my team, Ronnie, Shumon, Oniket, I thank you all for your support which has come all this while, helped us grow till this far. Leaving you with Rekha Patro's comment.
গঙ্গাধর কয়েলের বিষয়ে যে মিথ্যে অপরাধটা দেওয়া হচ্ছে সেটা মিথ্যে, ফেক, এটার কোনো সত্যতা নেই। এটা তৃণমূলের একটা চক্রান্ত।
আমি গঙ্গাধর কয়াল, সন্দেশখালী 2 নম্বর মণ্ডলের মণ্ডল প্রেসিডেন্ট। আমার বিরুদ্ধে যে ভিডিওটি ভাইরাল হয়েছে এটা পুরোপুরি চক্রান্ত এবং ষড়যন্ত্র। আমার গলাকে বিকৃত করে হাই টেকনোলজির মাধ্যমে আমার গলাকে বিকৃত করা হয়েছে। আমাকে এবং আমার দলকে এবং সন্দেশখালী মায়েরা যারা আন্দোলন করেছে তাদেরকে কালিমালিপ্ত করার জন্যে এবং আমার বিরোধী দল নেতা শুভেন্দু অধিকারীকে কালিমালিপ্ত করার জন্যে এটা তাদের চক্রান্ত। আমি সিবিআই ইনকোয়ারি দাবি করব, আমি সিবিআইয়ের কাছে যাব এবং আইপ্যাকের বিরুদ্ধে এবং অভিষেক ব্যানার্জির বিরুদ্ধে আমি পূর্ণ তদন্ত দাবি জানাবো, তারা যাতে শাস্তি পায়।
আর্মসের প্রসঙ্গ এসছে, আপনি নিজেই ওই কথার সঙ্গে বলছেন যে খালি হাতে হবে না, কতগুলো আর্মস লাগবে তার প্রসঙ্গে আপনি বলছেন 30টা মতন লাগবে আর্মস, এবং ওনারা প্রশ্ন করছেন
যারা এটা কি আমি বলেছি আমাদের সন্দেশখালীতে এরকম কোনো আমাদের বিজেপির অন্তত বিশ্বাস করে না হাতের বিষয়ে, তারা এটাকে স্টিং করাতে এসেছিল, তারাই বলেছে আপনার আর্মস কত লাগবে না লাগবে তারা বিষয়টা তুলেছিল। আমি আর্মসের কথা তাদের মুখ দিয়েই শুনেছি, আমার মুখ দিয়ে আমি যেটা বলি আর্মসের কোনো প্রয়োজন।
আপনি বলছেন খালি হাতে তো হবে না, আপনি বলছেন খালি হাতে হবে না।
গদাধর কয়াল কে